guys, it's Kristen and you're watching the Fan Club. I just saw Divergent and it was amazing and I wanted to talk to you guys about it because I loved it so much. In case you don't know what Divergent is, it is a movie that is currently out in theaters and it was adapted from a book by the same name by the author Veronica Roth. It's about a girl named Beatrice Pryor who lives in a dystopian Chicago, and at this time all of their society is divided into different factions depending on what your most dominant personality trait is in order to keep peace. So there's brave, intelligent, kind, honest, and selfless. So you could be divided into any of these factions, and you then take a test when you get to a certain age to figure out, are you meant to be in the faction that you were born in? Are you meant to switch into another faction? What's tricky about it though is that, you're allowed to switch, but it's kind of a little bit discouraged. But then if you do, it makes it look like that faction, it just puts them under scrutiny. It makes them look like they're doing something wrong. So I don't want to give too much away if you haven't read the book or seen the movie, but basically Tris finds out that she has an aptitude for multiple factions, and that is very, very frowned upon, and you'll have to watch the movie to see what happens. Shailene Woodley, who you guys might know from The Secret Life of the American Teenager, from The Spectacular Now, she's going to be in the new movie The Fault in Our Stars. She stars as Beatrice Pryor, aka Tris, and I have actually never seen her in anything before, and I was pleasantly surprised. I thought she did a really great job. I know that she does not look like the character that was described in the books, but it didn't really matter to me. I thought she was great. I loved the whole story. Theo James stars as Four, and I thought he did a great job. I thought the chemistry between Tris and Four was really spot on, really great, and he was just very protective of her, and I think he did a great job. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a rundown of what is different. So if you haven't actually seen the movie or read the book yet, you probably don't want to watch this. But if you have read the books or watched the movie, keep watching because I am going to talk about some of the things that were a little bit different but still worked. Alright. One of the first things I noticed was that when Tris decides to go with Dauntless and they have to jump off of a moving subway car to get onto the roof of their home base, they have a death in the book. In the book, someone dies jumping. And I think that that really showed you that while the Dauntless seem so brave and strong and wild and free and having fun all the time because they get to do whatever they want, it's definitely a very dangerous faction to be a part of, and there are risks every time. In the movies, they did not show that. The reason was because the director said that he didn't want people to automatically feel like, why did Tris pick this? This is horrible. These people are dying, they're reckless. So they decided to not include that in the movie. I think it worked more in the books because you have more time to write. You can explain things and you can see more of the story or read more of the story. When you're comparing it to a movie, things need to move a little bit faster. You can't include every little thing because sometimes they don't work, or if they included that scene, it might be difficult to kind of move away from it and show why Tris wants to be part of Dauntless so badly. Something that I thought was really fun that they added in was when they had the initiates lifted in the air by the born Dauntless members who just kind of, were welcoming them. And I thought that that was great to show, to kind of solidify why Tris would want to be there, She was feeling welcomed. And they didn't have that in the book, but I thought that it actually worked really well with the director's vision to kind of show why Tris would want to be in Dauntless. Another thing that was taken out of the movie was the family visitation day, where Tris finds out a little bit more about how upset her father is that she switched and that her mom decided to come see her instead of her brother and things like that. In the movie instead, they did a scene where they were unloading cargo and Tris's mom appeared and kind of talked to her a little bit about being divergent and understanding what it's like to be in Dauntless a little bit and things like that. So I thought that was a good replacement. I kind of wanted to see that scene, but it might have taken a little bit more time than what they had. The movie itself was around 2 hours and 30 minutes, which I thought was kind of long. So, you know, things needed to be switched up a little bit in order to make the time work, because nobody wants to sit for a 4-hour movie. I actually would probably sit for a 4-hour Divergent movie, but I don't think that I would love it unless there was like an intermission in between or something to get snacks. The relationship between Tris and her friends, and Tris and her, not friends, but like fellow switched factioners, you know, Peter and Molly, was definitely different. In the books, it was definitely more confrontation, more violent. In the movie, things went pretty quickly. We saw Molly fight Tris once, but that was kind of the extent of it. And then Tris does cool things and everyone likes her except for Peter, because Peter is a jerk, but, you know, he seemed more of a redeemable jerk. There was a relationship between her friends, Christina and Will, that we didn't really see too much in the movie, but it was more prevalent in the books. Al had a crush on Tris in the books. In the movie, we didn't see that, but everything else seemed to play out with his storyline the way that it did in the books. The biggest bond that Tris had was with Christina. They had a cute friendship where they worked together. I loved the capture the flag scene, and in the movie they both got credit for their work, and I thought that was great. I really love seeing the movies bringing these characters to life, just in general in any book to movie adaptations, because I feel like I'm able to see it better and really like visualize. Like, you know, I knew that Tris got hurt and then went to capture the flag, but I didn't really understand that, like, you know, they're telling her she's gonna be out and she decides she's gonna be dauntless and push forward anyway and, you know, go win capture the flag for everyone because she's awesome. There was also a lot more Janine Matthews in this movie than there was in the books, so that's something to note. Kate Winslet was really great as the evil Janine, and I enjoyed her performance. The end scene was a little bit different in the movie than the books. I don't want to say too much, but basically they're trying to shut down this computer, and I'm just gonna say Tris and Four were trying to shut down this machine that is causing the Dauntless to basically become murderers, thanks to Janine, because she is the worst. And in the books, they shut it down themselves. In the movie, they kind of use Janine's weapon against her to make her shut it down. So yeah, I thought it was real smart. I thought that was really great. There's this awesome scene where Tris throws a knife and it smacks Janine right in the hand, and she's like, ah! Ah! And it was awesome. Basically, I thought it was good for anybody, boy or girl. If you like dystopian, if you like action, if you like people fighting and stuff, like, it was really great. And it also had a good, you know, a cute love story that wasn't focused upon too much, which I thought was good. It was mostly about, you know, being divergent and trying to help all these other people. You know, there's a lot of stuff in this book, so it's, you know, a lot to figure out in a movie. I thought this movie was incredible. I'm excited to read the second and third books in the Divergent trilogy and then watch the movies, because I really feel like this is a strong movie. I think it could be, you know, the next Hunger Games. I think the Hunger Games does a great job balancing, you know, the little bit of romance with the lot of action-packed stuff, and, you know, having such a strong female lead, and I think that this movie also does that really well. You got to see her kind of grow throughout the movie. She started out, you know, kind of the weakest one out of the group, and she was practicing on her own and, you know, just working at making sure that she's not going to be, like, factionless, you know, pushed out because she didn't try hard enough. So I thought that that was really great, that you got to kind of see her evolve into this strong person. Yeah, I loved it. Alright guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this mini review. I would love to know what your thoughts were. If you liked the movie, if you liked the book better. I thought that it did a pretty good job of staying true to the books. If you noticed any differences between the book and the movie that I didn't pick up right away, let me know in the comments below. I would love to know. And what was your favorite scene? I really enjoyed the capture the flag scene. You really got to see Tris shine and just show how much she's grown since she became Dauntless. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I will leave my social media links in the description box below, and click that subscribe button so you can get more videos. Alright, see ya!